Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. Joseph James, SchoolOfTrade.com, May 19th, 2010. Today was a Wednesday morning. Here's your live trading recap. Now, of course, another great day today in the room, guys. Another 100-tick day on 4 contracts. If you haven't gotten started with us yet, guys, a good place to get started is on the blog. Right below the video is going to be a link. It'll take you guys right to the blog. On the blog has all the information, our videos, our articles, guys, and while you're there, subscribe to our blog. That way you get all the new stuff when it gets sent out. Okay, so make sure, guys, if you're just starting out to learn from us, guys, the blog has all the most important stuff on it, and the link is right below the video. Let's take a look here, guys. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 total trades today, guys. Gold was definitely our best friend today. Gold made us a pretty penny here this morning. Gave some money back on the euro, made it back later on this morning. So we went the euro, the gold, the crude. We'll take a look at all of them here for you guys today, but you can total them up. 108 ticks, 1090, guys, here in the room. This month, of course, now we're just shy of 14,000 bucks here, 13.5 for the month so far. Our goal on 4 contracts is $10,000, so we've far surpassed our monthly goal. We're about 3,000 bucks for the week. We made 5,000 bucks the first week, 5,500 the second week. So we are on a roll here in the month of May, guys. If you're still on the fence for advanced membership, guys, don't keep waiting. You're going to miss out on a great month to be a member. We'll keep you guys posted. What's the most important thing that happened today? Well, we know by watching the markets from earlier on this week that we already seen a very choppy market this week. Okay, we came off of 2 straight weeks of very strong trending environments, made a lot of money, and now things are kind of going sideways here, tailing off a little bit. Now, the big thing today was Wacky Wednesday, and of course, well, Wacky Wednesday meaning Options Expiration Friday. Today was the Wednesday before OPEX Friday. We'll send a video out tomorrow on that, so you guys can learn more tomorrow. We'll do a video tonight, but it'll be sent out tomorrow on Wacky Wednesday. But another big thing today was we had the FOMC meeting minutes at 2 o'clock today. Now, the meeting minutes are the notes that were taken from the FOMC meeting 2 weeks ago. Okay, so 2 weeks later, they released the notes from the FOMC announcement meeting. Okay, the one that, the Fed Day announcement. And those notes, of course, are then dissected by money managers, and their pretty important information is contained inside those notes. So the 2 p.m. FOMC meeting minute notes, that may have some effect on this morning. Okay, we had a sluggish start, so we had to be patient. So while people are waiting for the FOMC, the notes be released at 2 o'clock, we may see a little bit of a sluggish start today. That was pretty much what happened this morning. So let's watch the dollar first and get the direction ahead. And one more time, again, tomorrow, we'll do a video tomorrow. We'll send it out tomorrow on Wacky Wednesday, and we'll help you guys understand how to trade OPEX. It's the 3rd week of the month, and so I want to give you guys more information about that. That video will come out tomorrow, so make sure you guys watch for that. All right, let's start first with today, though, and let's look at the dollar index. Now, again, you can notice here, from last week, we were coming off these big, strong upward trends here. We went sideways, right, beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, and then here's Wednesday, and we are still trading. As you can see here, we went above here, but we're still pretty much here trading inside of this overall sideways range here on the dollar. So now, sideways dollar, that means sideways markets. So we expected, of course, a little bit of a choppy day today with this type of price action in the dollar. And I think we got pretty much exactly what we expected to see. Now, we took 9 total trades. I'm going to go through most of these here pretty quickly. And as always, we review these in our members' trainings. And of course, as an advanced member, you'll be trained how to manage these trades, how to enter the trades, and everything in between. Now, we started off in the euro. We had 2 back-to-back trades in the euro, one a win, one was a loss. Now, the first one here was a simple scalp trade pattern called a breaker pattern. The trend is down. We're going to break below the 22.85 support here, mark up my swing low, and break below my swing low. Okay, 22.78 was the fill here just before 9 o'clock. Now, pre-market trade, we're always happy to see a pre-market trade, that's for sure. We took our profit targets at +4 and then stopped to entry +1 for 10 ticks. Now, guys, we go over trade management in our live trade room, so make sure you guys come out and join the live trade room, and we'll talk about how we manage these trades and how this all adds up. Okay, so there's your first trade this morning on the euro. Very simple breaker pattern going with the short-term trend. Now, the next pattern, of course, a little bit more complicated. And we talked about this in today's members training, 11:30. Remember, we do live private members training separate to our trade room. And today, of course, we did members training, and we talked about this euro pattern short here we took. Now, this is the DX pattern. Now, the DX pattern uses the dollar as a correlated market to other currency futures. This case, we're trading the euro. Now, you could use this pattern on the euro, the yen, the Swissy, the Aussie, the CAD, whatever your preference is, guys. Okay, now here just before 9:15, 9:11 on the euro, Remember, we have an alarm clock that goes off at 9:15. 22.91. Now, at this time, we had seen the buyers on the dollar, right, had broken above. Meanwhile, we're watching for the euro short, right, negative correlation. So we make our swing low, we break below that swing low. Again, this is called a DX pattern. The pattern's called the DX pattern. And again, members, log into your advanced course. You'll see all the information you guys need about that DX pattern. And we talked about this in members training this afternoon. Now, in this one, I made a mental mistake, and I was kind of kicking myself today because this is 2 mental mistakes I made on 2 DX patterns in 2 days. So I'm a little bit frustrated with my trade decision here, because once I got into the trade, right, Rob, you know what I'm talking about, we realized we had this trend line right in our way, right? Always never a good situation when you're in a trade wishing you were out, right? That's never a good thing. But I wanted to show you guys this. Again, we went over this in great detail in members trading today. This DX pattern caught me. As you can see, we're going short, but we had a trend line here in my way. I didn't see the trend line. That's, of course, my mental mistake. So it wasn't the market's fault. This is completely my fault here. It bounces off that trend line, and then just like any good trend line, the second move usually breaks it. So while we got stopped out at 23.07, right, 23.07 for our stop, you can see it went up to 23.15s and then just tumbled back to the downside. Exactly the same thing that happened earlier on this week. So we took some time in trading today. We went over all the details, all right? And members, if you missed it, guys, come out for next week and make sure we go over the next pattern with you guys then. But again, a mental mistake here. Okay, we reviewed it in trading today. Make sure you find those trend lines, right? Those trend lines. And the clue here today was I missed it on the slower time frame. The slower time frame trend line, that's the one I missed right there. So I lost 16 ticks there. So we made 10 ticks in the first trade. I just gave back 16 ticks. Now the gold started heating up. Now, whatever got into the gold market this morning at 10 o'clock, remember what happened this morning? 7:45, what did we do? At 7:45 this morning, what did we say? We said, look for the gold below 1200, didn't we? Right? Wim, you were with us this morning. Okay, Wim's one of our members. He was asking me to identify the highest percentage trades every day. Well, when we come into the market in the morning, we identify where would be the best spot to take some trades today. And our exact words were, get gold below 1200, and that's exactly what ended up happening. Now, we had to wait 2 hours. Okay, but that's okay. We had some good chatter, right? Had some good news events to watch. We watched some patterns, and at 10 o'clock, gold broke below 1200. And that's when the party started. So here we have a 2-step pattern long. Now, guys, a 2-step pattern is a reversal pattern off the lows. So you've got your low of day here at the bottom, right? There's your low of day. And we're going to come down, we're going to bounce off those lows, we're going to mark up a swing high level here, and we're going to break above that swing high. That's a 2-step pattern long. Notice how it reverses the short-term trend. The trend was down. We then bounced off the low, right? We have that W pattern, right, at the low. Might call it an inverted head and shoulders pattern, whatever you want to call it, right? That W pattern. And that W pattern off the lows there, that's our 2-step long. 95.1 was the fill at 11 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock. Now we take targets here at 4, 8, and then a runner. So we got our +4, we got our +8, and then we got our runner for +2. That totals 18 ticks. Now again, in our members materials and also in our live trade room, we'll tell you guys how we calculate this and how we manage our trades. So make sure you guys come out and join us either as part of our free trial or as an advanced lifetime member.